days in the life of the household at number 42 Ngātiawa Street. The first things we do in the day in our household is get the mail. Oh, there's a letter here from Christchurch. It's from Wanaka. Letter from Neville's mother, and I think it's a bill. New Zealand on air. Now, let's come and meet the members of our household. Hi, come on into the house. Come on, Scoop, get out of the way. You can meet the members of the household. Well, the first member to meet is the newest member, and his name is Campbell Gibson. And this is Campbell. You've probably already heard a bit from him already on this movie. And here he is in his nightgown. It's midday and we've all just got up because it's a Saturday, and he's about to have his bath. And the next member of the house that you have to meet is Scoop. Here, Scoop. Here, Scoop. Come on. Here, Scoop. Scoop, turn around. Here, Scoop. Come here. Come on. Here, Scoop. Scoop, sit. Scoop, sit. Scoop here now. We've had to take a bit of a break to feed the baby. Scoop, sit. He did it. Good dog, Scoop. Clever dog. Isn't he? Lovely. Scoop doesn't mind the baby at all. He's quite pleased about this arrival because he figures somehow that he should get more attention. And this is the baby Campbell feeding. Scoop, sit. And we're just about to hang the washing out on the line. You haven't met the man behind the camera soon, but you will. Yeah. Are we looking at the letter or the baby? The letter. So it's a letter from Wanaka, and it's the 26th of November 1991, and she says how super it is to receive my letter about all the latest news on Campbell and his progress, and isn't it fascinating to watch how quickly they grow and learn their new skills. Listen, and the dog lies down. This is what happens when you say to Scoop, rabbits, rabbits. And this is what happens when you say to Scoop, cats, 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 cats. Hey, cats, Scoop, cats, cats. He's a bit dozy this morning. Anyway, we're continuing with the letter from Monica. She says it's only 2 weeks from Friday until Jossie and Michael leave for America, and she says how quickly time goes. She also says in the letter that it seems to her that Campbell's daddy was much the same, very restless for the first few weeks. She says that Christmas is coming up very soon, and she's got cakes to make, and Jossie and Dale are putting on an American Thanksgiving dinner this coming Friday evening. She says it'll be their last evening together before Jossie and Michael go away. And she's cooking the turkey, and talks about Adrian and part-time jobs and things. Very hot now. Just a second later we've moved from the veranda into the garden, and we're going to have a little tour of the garden in the meantime. The bougainvillea has finally come out. Its name is Scarlet O'Hara, and it's climbing all around the garage. The baby is still feeding. This is the grapefruit tree, and it's got dozens of flowers on it and lots of buds on it, so we're going to have a lot of grapefruit. And there are lots of little bugs and things clambering around it today because it's such a hot day. This is Scoop doing English Bull Terrier meditation, where he stands in the vegetation and shakes very slightly, and he doesn't like it if you touch him. You can tell when he's doing it because you can just see this part of his body, the back part. Now, and it's been flowering for about the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's been very pretty, and the garden is very colourful at the moment and very weedless thanks to Doreen's enormous effort weeding it. So come on up here, following me, things in it. This is the vegetable garden. We've got the lettuces in an enclosure in case they escape. Close up on the lettuces. The lettuces have doubled in size in the last day because there was this enormous downpour yesterday and the day before, and then it gets really hot, so they just go wild. And we've got lots of tomatoes and cabbages and broccoli and potatoes and cucumber and courgette. Very back of the garden, near the house where George and Mania, our neighbours, live. This is also a very pretty part of the garden. It's like the rest of it, it kind of just is left to go a little bit wild, and it looks really pretty at this time of the year. It doesn't look so great in summertime because a lot of the colour goes, but it's really nice at this time of the year. And there will be a swing down here one day where little Campbell, who is still here, still feeding, can swing. We've stopped filming Scoop, but we've just stood in something that Scoop did. He did a close-up of my shoe, if you like. And it's all nice and fresh. Thanks, Scoop. That was really nice of you. The rose garden behind me, and it's just starting to come out and look quite pretty now, but the roses get a certain sort of blight in Auckland because it's so humid, so we need to spray them soon. It's the rose garden.
This is quite a comforting pose for him. It's about all I can do because I cannot feed him. Right here behind me I've got my new compost heap. It's been rebuilt. It's full of grass clippings that we did the whole of the garden with, and now we're starting again. It'll take probably the best part of the year, but as you can see, if you can see my feet, the lawn is growing already. It grows every weekend in Auckland and has to be mowed. At the moment it's full of daisies, which are very not very photogenic in my view. Next chore, apart from carrying the baby around, is to do the washing. And I've got the nappies already washed. We'll be going to put them out on the line soon. Okay, we're heading into the garage now because we don't have a laundry. The washing, as I say, has already been washed. It's just a matter of putting it into the basket and hanging on the line. I do this every morning at about 7 AM. But without the baby. It's a bit hard to do this sort of thing with just one hand. One is already fallen out. This is what I call an average day. Sometimes we have big days, some days small. We're going inside now. We have a fly door. We keep the door open because it needs to be cool in Auckland. And this keeps the flies out. So if you just follow me through the plastic wraps, you can see into the bright new kitchen. Unfortunately, it still has a little bit of breakfast left over. A copy of Saturday. We're now in the kitchen this Saturday morning, and we've got what's left of breakfast, a couple of coffee cups, 2 plates, and some of Saturday's girls spread over. I'm still the one-armed paper hanger, but we're going to show you the real action-packed part of the day, and that is to bath Campbell in the sink. This is always an exciting part of the day. He won't like it because he's asleep at the moment. This really wakes him up. The bathing will come up in a minute, but in the meantime you can get a general view of the house behind me, looking out over Penrose. Scoop is down there. That noise you can hear is Scoop drinking his water because it's so hot. As you can see, those cards and letters are still rolling in. There are hundreds of them here displayed on the fireplace, along with 1 or 2 little toys that have come in, and they're very colourful. We're going to keep them up for quite a long time so that Campbell can finally see them. At the moment he's still asleep, which is pretty good for him, but he likes looking at these colourful things, and we've got his bedroom set up with lots of little mobiles as well, which keep him occupied.
This is a shot of the view from our lounge room window. Car going past. Bit of action in there, just to keep you awake. You can see that there's a sea view there. See the sea?
This is the, excuse me, Scoop. He's always trying to upstage the fifth member of our household. This is a dog featured on Nightline on TV3. We finally hunted him down from the top of the TVNZ building. I'll demonstrate just quickly how he goes. This is what they call a hopping dog. He's going to demonstrate battery swelling. As I say, features on Nightline. He's about to do his big trick.
Wow!
Scoop would dearly like to be able to do that, preferably with this dog inside his mouth. We'll give you one more demonstration before the battery finally gives up.
Show you a little bit of what Campbell looks like very close up when he's sleeping, because we haven't actually seen much of the baby yet, and that's the whole point of this video, to show you our baby. Here's Scoop, lying in his favourite place, out in the sun, enjoying the bright sunlight. I'm just showing the outfit that Doreen made, and having a look at Campbell getting undressed. Would you like to undress him, Daddy?
He's very quiet at the moment, but this won't last long, and he can put on a good show for you as he realises that he's going to be put into the water with no clothes on. As you can see, he's well wrapped up. He's got a very big nightgown. He's been drowsy all morning, but this will certainly liven him up. But as you can see, he's very cute. He's going to be thoroughly enjoying this scene. I'm a bit of thumbs when it comes to getting these things off. We're making fairly slow progress at getting his clothes off, because as you can expect, the fathers are all thumbs, but Campbell's enjoying it so far. He's smiling away. We're just about to take his pilchers off, and then his naps, and then he'll be completely naked with his little boots. And then into the bath he goes for the most enjoyable part of his day. Right. Very clean naps. Lift him up. Right, we're now putting him in the bath. He enjoys this a lot. We just hold it. The water's nice and warm. And as you see, he's not crying or anything like that. He loves the warm water. And he's kicking away. And he does this for about 10 minutes. He really enjoys it. We'll give him a soak down. You thought he might be squawking a lot, but he isn't. And if you come up real close, you can see how happy he is. A little bit of dribble there. He just likes this water and he kicks around. We tried a bigger bath on him, but he didn't find that quite so exciting as a small bath, where you can feel the edges and sit on the bottom. Today, he's smiling away. He's very happy. Kicking. Anne says we should always keep a little warm covering on him. He's quite clean baby really, so we're not going to soak him all up or do anything horrible like that. We'll just let the water take it off. Plenty of that. Several minutes later, he's still enjoying this. He just likes relaxing in the warm water. It's very good for him. We try and get the water into all the little crevices he's got. That he's chuckling away there. His feet are moving quite actively. You probably can't see that. He's pushing up against the. Yeah, he's got quite strong, long legs. In fact, he almost wants to jump out. When we first did this, he would squawk a lot, but now he gets much more relaxed, and I don't know if he looks forward to it, but he's more interested in throwing up a little bit of extra milk that he didn't want. I thought he might. Usually you get gurgles and that sort of thing, but he's too fascinated by the camera, I think. Is it nice? That's good. No googly noises, no? Tell the people how happy you are. No googly noises. Campbell's still not very talkative. He's just not even...
And bits and pieces are not going to get red and sore, and so excited was I by my newfound movie stardom that I put too much olive oil on him, and he's in danger of slipping out the door at the moment. Putting Wanaka's lovely knitted singlet on the baby. He gets one of these on every day. So 3 wears of it. Oh. Alright. Hi. We're now in Campbell's nursery, and as you can see, he's been fully dressed after his bath. Show you a baby fully dressed after his bath, and his t-shirt says, "Look!" exclamation mark. I'm the pick of the pumpkin patch. The things that he really likes are these things here. These apples are what interests Campbell most in the world. This is what Campbell looks like when he's hungry. Does this with his mouth. It's very unfair to be lying by himself on his changing table. Enjoys watching the apples swing above his head. She'll go outside and see what his daddy is doing in the garden.
Weeding. Plenty of weeds.
Weeding where?
Weeding in the garden. Lots of dandelions. Digging them all up before we mow them.
Of some of the plants in the garden, so you can see what's out at this time of the year. Aren't these pretty? And these? This we know as birds of paradise. This at the front of the house. And looking up into the Tahutakawa tree. Return to Neville doing some more weeding in the garden.
Nice edges there with the edging machine, which works quite well. This is the left-handed way of using it, but it's been sharpened up so it works quite well. It's a little bit awkward because I've got a wheelbarrow underneath it.
Of course, we have Scoop in his usual pose, licking his paws on the veranda. Where's Scoop dog? Where's Scoop?
Come on, do something interesting. He won't play.
To have disappeared.
Come on, Scoop. Get him, rabbit. Get him. Sit. 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 Lie down. Lie down. Good boy. Good boy. Up. Up. Jump up. That's a good one. He's puffed out already. It's just too hot for you, isn't it? Too hot. Too hot, kid. It's too hot for him. You gonna? No, he's not. That's it. Don't want to come up here because the storm's got more.
It is an important turns out to the irresponsible.
Well, it's recording.
And then there's another section that says that
No, I'm having my breakfast.
in the hands of responsible people,
And tell us what the baby's doing.
it
He's gone to sleep.
for as there are
separately
sport
in nets.
applications, and there are applications such as a fellow I think on the program about half an hour ago mentioned in respect of deer culling and goat shedding and stuff like that.
Well, the argument that
Campbell will sleep, we're hoping that he will sleep a bit more in his cot, wearing his new purple French gear. But any kind of gear suits him, and he'll throw up anything, whether it's French or not.
what you're basically saying is that you say that every New Zealander has the right.
This is an attempt to put Campbell to sleep. He's already asleep now, but whenever you change his environment, he usually wakes up. I'll have a go. You can watch. His eyes are partly open already. They're now quite wide open, just so. And he's got a little bit of muff in his mouth, so he's successfully foiled the second attempt this morning. This is the sleeping Campbell. Never know whether he's going to have a little nap in the afternoon or not. What sort of day are you having? Eh? You happy, baby? Yeah, that's good.
Neville's now behind the camera, and I'm going to have a go at picking Campbell up. And maybe if I feed him, I'll get him off to sleep. But there's a good chance that he'll be awake till about midnight. It's now 1 p.m. So here's a bubby from the front, very flash. From the back, he's just hurled up. Look at this, all over the new French outfit that's only been on for about 1 hour. Oh, isn't it lovely? Oh, the poor bubby. Oh, darling, the worst thing is what's going on inside your tummy. He's obviously not very happy. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So we've picked him up from his cot, and in the midst of our breakfast, we've decided to feed him and see if that'll calm him down a little bit. This morning we bathed him, and Neville's already mowed some of the lawns, and Scoop's been lying outside for quite some time in the sun. And Campbell's been quite active since about 9 a.m. when he first sort of got going, and we're hoping that he might sleep sometime soon. Clock. We've come outside for a bit of a break. It's a really lovely hot day. It was 25 degrees yesterday. Today it's seems like about 21 degrees. And we're just around the side of the house, baby feeding. And I'm going to talk about the feijoas, some flowers on the feijoas, and there's quite a few oranges on the orange tree. Further up behind that is the Pohutakawa. There's quite a few flowers on the Pohutakawa tree. It's December 1, and so it's about time that all the flowers came out on it. They're usually out fully by Christmas. We just thought we'd have a wander around the side of the house to look at a bit more of the garden. Right here we're lawn, cineraria. And this plant here is about to come out in flower soon too. Japanese japonica. That's the bottle brush. Above that's the Pohutakawa tree with the flowers on it. And lots of birds singing in there this afternoon too. Standing here beside the cinerarias, it looks like the baby might have gone to sleep. Anyway, these cinerarias are all self-seeded or underplaced, and as you can see they grow to up to 1 metre high all through the garden, and they flower around about October, November, December with purple, greens, sort of blues, mauves and pinks, and they're just dying off now, as you can see. Bellamy amongst the foliage. But I just wanted to tell you about this bit. We want this bit here to grow over because we don't want people to be walking around the side of the house, because we did away with our front door. So they try and come around the side of the house to our front door, which doesn't exist anymore. This is the main entrance way to the house, but we thought if we let the hedge and the hydrangea grow over, they wouldn't be able to get through anymore, so it would solve the problem.
Okay. Yeah. Here's a new trick. He goes like this. He points his tail when he sees a rabbit. So he's decided he's not a hunter anymore, he's a pointer. Pointer dogs don't chase rabbits.
To Jenny and John's for tea and to take the camcorder back to them. Campbell's in the back, Neville's filming. About 6 o'clock on Sunday night. Like to make a like to say thank you at the end of the movie to Jenny and John, without whose camera this movie could not have been made. Just telling you a bit about what we've done today. We've Neville's mowed the lawns. We've taken Scoop for a walk, as you might have seen. Neville did that as well. The baby has been up all day and is now, of course, sleeping peacefully in the back of the car right behind me because he goes to sleep with emotion. We've had a very nice lunch and, well, as you realise, we got breakfast at about 1 o'clock due to the fact that the baby was kicking up Bombsy Dime most of the morning. But in his own very quiet little way, it's all very charming and sweet. It just takes up a hell of a lot of time. John's place in Freeman's Bay. The battery's about to run out, the film's about to end, so we're about to sign off. It's December 1 and we've had a lot of fun making the movie. We really hope you've enjoyed watching it and had as much fun as we have. Want to say anything? Want to say bye? That's it. Cut. It's Saturday.